Today we're going to talk about the Hex coin, the Hex token, and talk about why the haters were wrong. This is going to be an excellent video. If you love Hex, the Hex coin, the Hex token, smash that like button, hit that subscribe. I've got some more videos coming up on Hex here in the next couple of weeks, and you're not going to want to miss them. Hex may be one of the best cryptocurrencies in 2020. It currently is for sure, no question about it. Been the biggest gainer probably by far. I don't even know what would be number second. But Hex is by far, there's no way it's not the best winner so far in 2020. Look at this chart. This is crazy chart. This is year to date. Let's just take a look at year to date. The chart is absolutely insane. So what is the Hex token? What is it all about? We're going to recap that. Then we're going to talk about some of the haters and basically why they were wrong. I've got a video coming up probably tomorrow where I talk about the top 5 cryptocurrencies for 2020. I did one of these back in January, and basically I was wrong on a couple of those, and one of them was Hex. I'm going to be including Hex on the list, and I added a couple more. Basically, I got my top 5 currently, and I'll talk about why. I can't say I was wrong on my top 3 because 2 of them are repeats, plus I added 3 more. So stay tuned for that video, which Hex is on the list now, and we will talk about that a little bit more. And in that case, I'll talk more about some of the reasons for why I like Hex. That will be tomorrow, so be sure to hit that subscribe button. All right, let's talk about Hex for a moment. My goodness, what is Hex? In case you don't know, Hex was designed and launched by Richard Hart on 2nd of December 2019. Hex describes itself as a certificate of deposit on the blockchain. I don't love this description at all. Don't totally agree with it, but that's okay. That's just my opinion. Hex is an ERC20 token launched on the Ethereum network. Hex is designed to be a store of value to replace the certificate of deposit as the blockchain counterpart of that financial product used in traditional financial markets. Hex is also designed to leverage off the emerging DeFi, decentralized finance ecosystem, and cryptocurrency within the Ethereum network. Hex uses the Ethereum network for the transition layer, sending and receiving Hex tokens, as well as interacting with the Hex smart contract, whilst the consensus code and staking mechanism is contained in the Hex smart contract. So basically, Hex is an ERC20 token on top of Ethereum. Hex allows the user to stake his or her Hex coins for a share of the new Hex coin issuance, or how you say that, issuance, I think, or inflation, and contains features designed to incentivize behaviors that encourage price appreciation and disincentivize behaviors that encourage harm to the price. All right, we'll talk about this here in a minute. So the bottom line is there's features that encourage people to hold Hex, and there are features that basically disincentivize people from doing anything that could hurt the price. We'll talk about that in a moment. The Hex smart contract penalizes stakers for ending their stake early and rewards them for staking larger amounts of Hex for longer periods. We'll talk about how in a minute. Hex is distributed to Bitcoin holders by the way of a snapshot, the UTXO set that occurred on December 2nd, 2019 at block height 606.227. The distribution of Hex to Bitcoin hodlers is 10,000 Hex per 1 Bitcoin. Bitcoin holders are able to claim Hex only during the first year of launch. During this year, Hex is also obtained in exchange for the Ethereum through interacting with the Hex smart contract. At the end of the year of launch, all Hex coins that were not claimed by Bitcoin holders are distributed to the rest of the Hex users who have staked that are active. The maximum possible annual inflation of Hex is designed to be 3.69% after the first year of launch. Now it's 3.69%, but that only goes to stakeholders. So if only 50% of people stake, now all of a sudden you're going to be getting about 7%. 7.2, I think. So you're going to be getting 7% of the total stakes if only 50% are staked. Now you would think everybody would stake, but here's what's happening. Let me just say this. The people who hate on, let's just go over here. Let's just talk about this. We'll talk about the haters in a minute. So let's come here. I think it's right here. Total number of people staked, only 20. So right now, about 25% of people staked. If that holds true in the second year, then you're talking about getting 4 times that 3%. You're talking about getting over 12% interest or 12% extra Hex. Now, if Hex can maintain its value, and it's designed, the way it's designed, the idea is encourage staking, and eventually it's going to level off. But that 12% could be quite nice. This is the amount not staked. So Richard Hart often has said that, Hex could drop in value by 95% or 85% or whatever. I would tell you, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think it will drop in Ethereum value by 95%. Now, Ethereum may go down and Hex goes down, and then you might lose 95% in USD value. That is a possibility. I think right now you have a lot of people unstaked, and what may be happening is people are just trying to hold it to at some point sell. But if all these people dumped, then you would lose 75%. So you could, or 73%. So you could go down 73% in value. But are all of these people likely to dump at the same time? I don't think so. I mean, anything's possible, but I don't think so. But there's no way it goes down. It's not going to go down to 80% of its value. And I think we'll see, with time, we'll see more and more people staking. Now, this shows you where we are in the launch phase, going to that 351, what they call the big payday. Now, this big payday reference is right here, where it basically talks about all of the unclaimed, the people who don't claim, and the people who don't claim that has Bitcoins that don't claim their Hex, and all that Hex goes out to everyone, basically everyone else that is staked. So what you'll be seeing here, right here, is we only have 2% of all the Bitcoin has claimed, which is amazing to think about. Now, interestingly enough, maybe part of that is because they only got like 10,000, which is like, it was nothing when it launched. Maybe that's why. But it's possible. I mean, who knows? That 10,000 or 20,000 or whatever it was, that might end up being worth, a Bitcoin. Who knows? I mean, who knows how much this price goes up? Who knows? By the way, if you want to get in on Hex and you want to get in at a 10% discount, I'll have a link in the description. Full disclosure, I'm not currently in Hex outside of the 10 or 11,000 I've gotten so far in referrals, but I'm not currently in Hex. I do plan to get in. I'm personally waiting to see if we're going to see a level off, but I could be totally wrong. I was wanting to see a level off about 300% ago, 3 times. Yeah, it's went up 3 times since then, so it's 300%. I was wanting to see a level off at 0.004. I was wrong there. So this thing may keep right on going. I mean, I may have totally missed the boat. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to just wait and see what happens. Maybe I'm wrong, and if you get in now, maybe you're right. That's up to you. We're all responsible for our own decisions, particularly in crypto. I want to talk about some of the reasons that they encourage people to hold it. So the whole idea is these are some of the things that occur long term, even after the first year. So 1% of Hex supply stakes, they average 369% interest. If 2%, then so this is talking about staking, what I was telling you before. So you're gonna basically, if 1% of Hex supply stakes, they average 369% interest. If 2%, then it's 184%. If 10%, then it's 36%. Fewer stakes means higher interest. More stakers means less circulating supply. So when people start staking more, we're going to see the price go up. No question about it. When we start getting to that 350-day mark over here, there'll probably be a bunch of people staking because you have to be staked to get the big payout that's going to happen at 350. So at the same time, it's kind of 61 hand half does another, because the price is probably going to go up. Listen, the potential for Hex to go up a lot more is real. Like, the Hex price could go way, way up. Now, there's some people who claim that Richard Hart is manipulating the price of Hex, and that's going to be coming up in another video. I'm going to be talking about that. But I'll be talking about that, and I'll be talking about my plans on how I plan to get in and how I plan to stake Hex. But I can't help but appreciate the fact that the haters are just, listen, the haters in crypto annoy me, because I feel like we should all be on the same page. We all want cryptocurrency mass adoption, but it's like immature children running around saying, I hate your product, I hate your crypto, I hate your crypto, I hate this, I hate that. Listen, Hex is a legitimate cryptocurrency. The only difference is Richard Hart has made no qualms about saying the only use case is to see if we can create a smart contract by design that should go up in value. By design of the smart contract, is that enough to cause it to go up in value? He's not misrepresented it at all. People called Hex a scam early on, and it annoyed me. The one that got underneath my skin, Peter What's-His-Face, the journalist over there that debated Richard Hart. I mean, he looked like an idiot, but all he could say is, "You're a scammer." Richard Hart's like, "Why am I a scammer? You're a scammer. Why? What makes me a scammer?" "Well, you're just a scammer." And it's like, shut up. I mean, the guy's not misrepresented anything at this point as far as the token is concerned. Now, is he manipulating the price? And through some way, we'll talk about that in an upcoming video, but he's not manipulating anything. as far as the token. He's not misrepresented it. He's not said anything about what it's going to be, what it's going to do. He's literally, his goal has been to create a token that could be a store of value. And maybe his belief is that it's going to be a better store of value than Bitcoin. I don't buy into that, but I'm willing to ride the rodeo. My whole goal was, are people going to actually buy into this? Are they going to hold on to it and really stick with it? And it's looking like, yeah, absolutely they have. Yeah, absolutely. 595%. I mean, give Richard Hart credit to the morons. I mean, the guy has, at the very least, tried to create something a little bit different. And he's delivered on his promise on what he was going to create. And that was a token through a smart contract that he never guaranteed in value. But he talked about, why is it that scams go up? Why is it that, and he calls it the pumpamentals. And he talks about, like, for example, he called the halving a pumpamental. When the halving goes up, it decreases supply, and all of a sudden everybody, wants Bitcoin to go up in value. And he talks about Bitcoin goes up in value because of the pumpamentals, not true fundamental use cases. And it's so unfortunate that at this point in crypto, he's so right about that. Long term, I don't think he's going to be right, but he's absolutely right at this point. So, I mean, the haters cannot stand it. Their skin has got to be crawling. I mean, think about it. I mean, well, look, let's come over here. Where's it at? This is a better representation. Right here. Bitcoin. I mean, against the USD. Against the USD. It's gone up in the past 24 hours, 21%. Where's it at? Here we go. All-time low. Since all-time low, 3,000%. 3,000%. But make no mistake about it. Some of the very people who called Richard Hart a scam, I promise you, they bought into Hex. Why? Because there ain't so many things going on in crypto right now. People are looking for something. Some of those guys absolutely bought in. You won't hear about it, but they bought in. Against Bitcoin, 3,200%. Against Ethereum, 2,200%. I mean, that is sick. 23 times. I mean, if you were putting in $10 a day, your stakes right now are worth $300 a day. That is sick. Now, how much higher can it go? Well, I mean, look, there's no reason it can't go to, who knows, 30,000%. Who knows where it can go? Who knows? I mean, it's only ranked according to CoinMarketCap. They've only got it ranked at like 205 right now. 205. There's no reason that it can't potentially go higher. Can it go, can it go to 1 cent? Let's see. Who knows? That's amazing. Who knows? I don't know what's going to happen. I do have kind of a conservative plan on getting in to Hex. Look, I'm just like anyone else. I don't want to FOMO. And at the same time, I sort of kind of always wanted to get in. I just didn't have a plan. I have my Crypto Passive Profit Strategy newsletter. If you're not subscribed to that newsletter, you can subscribe in the description. But it's all about helping people, particularly newer people, get into crypto and create 5 passive income streams. And I roll that into our Crypto Passive Profits course, which is a 3-phase plan that we're rolling out on that course. And that course is all about helping people create a true business that's going to allow them to earn passive Bitcoin. And I've really been focusing on that course, and that's really where my focus has been. A little bit in the dApp space. Some of you are familiar. You saw the video I did on LBRY, the LBRY platform, my Milliontron challenge. And if you haven't seen that video, you can go take a look at it. Yesterday we did great, by the way, on Frag Hex as we expected. It probably did about 15%, depending on where we end up selling Frag at right now. But we did about 15% better than I expected, what I was projecting at the break-even point. So that was phenomenal. We'll continue to do that, and we'll see how it goes each week. But Richard Hart and Hex, I mean, look, there's something going on here. So I'm going to be getting in at a later date. You have to make your own decision whether you're in or not. And if you're already in, let me know in the comments. Let me know, since you've got in, what your ROI is down in the comments. And if you want to get 10% more Hex for free, he set up a referral program. My referral link will be in the description. That's part of the Pumpamentals. Have people talking about your cryptocurrency and give them an incentive to do so. You get 10% more for doing it. I get 20% more for you using the referral as well. So it's you don't lose anything at all. So that's freaking awesome. It's very unique. It's very, very, very interesting what he has going on. And let me know down in the comments, how much have you, since you purchased a Hex, what has been your ROI percent? Let me know. Are you up 100%? You up 50%? You up 300%, 800%, 1,000%? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like the Hex project, the Hex token coin, however you refer to it, if you like Hex, be sure to hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and stay tuned for over the next couple of weeks. I'll be putting out more videos about Hex. Thanks for watching. And the haters, unfortunately or fortunately, were absolutely proven wrong.